15 breaking news.
We want to keep you up to date on this breaking news we mentioned at the end of the 11 o'clock newscast in Chandler. Right now, a police situation is really making things tough to get around. Gridlock just to the east of I-10 on Chandler Boulevard. The police closing down Chandler Boulevard right there at 54th Street. The Super 8 Motel is the epicenter here. Police responded to a fire there and a shots fired call. So again, two things bringing police and fire in Chandler to that location of that Super 8 hotel. We're trying to gather more information. You can see from above Air 15 trying to scan that area, and boy, that traffic, it's just really looking rough right now. As I said, Chandler Boulevard blocked completely, and some police officers were out there in the road turning people around. If you're coming south on 56th Street, right to that intersection there, again, nothing doing right now. So the suspect we have heard recently possibly was seen near a bakery outlet warehouse. There are a lot of streets shut down there. If you all are familiar with that area, they've got more than one hotel there just off the freeway at Chandler Boulevard. That Radisson Inn, the Fairfield Inn, Motel 6, some restaurants there. So a lot of people trying to get in and out of that location. If you get off the I-10 on a Chandler Boulevard, you're not going to go anywhere. So again, police have shut that down. We have a crew there on the ground, as you can see, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out the pursuit for that suspect. Again, we don't want to give away any police positioning or anything of that nature. So here at ABC 15, we've got everybody working on this right now. I want to show you some viewer video, if we can, some folks who have written into us to tell us what's going on and what they're seeing from their point of view. Here it is. You see some law enforcement, looks to be law enforcement in the back of a truck, looking for this person. I want to show you a tweet too. Valley Christian High School is just north of that intersection that has really been shut down. They tweeted out about 35 minutes ago that there was a lockdown. Right now I have the very latest tweet from Valley Christian. It says they have transitioned to a modified lockdown. Students remaining in classrooms for an ongoing off-campus situation. So again, not a lot of details even for the folks there in that area. They've just been told it's a police situation. The Chandler police tweeting out, DPS tweeting out as well. All of these agencies are forced to work together here, not as if they don't typically, but they're working together to get all of this information out right now. As we take a look above this area, once again, just to let you know, I-10 and Chandler Boulevard. If you get off the I-10 to the eastbound lanes of Chandler Boulevard, you're not going to go anywhere. There is gridlock, and the Chandler Police Department is just a block east of the intersection with the freeway there to kind of turn people around and direct traffic as to where to go. We believe that a suspect could be on the run right there, maybe in a bakery area, the warehouse distribution drop-off area near a bakery. Again, the Super 8 Motel, there was a call out for fire there, but also shots fired there. So police and fire both responding, DPS responding as well to try and make sure people can get around there. We're giving you the latest information here again without compromising the investigation. If you look at this, this is viewer video. We're working to get some folks on the phone right now as well. And I want you to know, if you have students who go to Valley Christian High School, that's just to the north of this area, they're on a modified lockdown. It's called a modified lockdown. Okay, we've got TJ right now on the phone from the Jiffy Lube that is right there in that area. TJ, what have you seen?
All I saw, I peeked over our wall here, was cleaning the lot, and then I just saw the man standing in the median. Looked like he was pointing at cars, and when he did point, I did hear a pop and also seen smoke come from his hand, so it led me to believe it was gunshots. And then after that, he took walking off down the street, down Chandler Boulevard towards the I-10, and then took a right by Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue and went down 54th Street. And after that, I didn't see anything, and then after that, all we heard was sirens and police coming up and, you know, just a little bit of chaos around here.
Did you see what kind of gun it looked like he had, TJ?
Honestly, I did not see it because, you know, cars passing by. Couldn't really tell. If anything, just a handgun.
And did it look like he was shooting at anyone or at cars at random? What did it look like?
It just looked like he was just shooting at passing cars. I mean, I didn't see anyone standing near.
And from there, how quickly before law enforcement showed up? I mean, I'm guessing that was very early on in this when law enforcement wasn't there to lock the scene down.
I mean, the fire department were first on the scene from what I heard and saw, and then about 5 minutes later, the police came and started shutting the road down and everything.
And what's the situation like now? I mean, are you kind of locked in, blocked in at your business?
Yeah, we're still working on cars here. I mean, I'm, you know, keeping an eye on what's going on. Just answering phone calls, people wanting to know what's happening and stuff like that, because I was the one who saw everything.
Right, and that would be the question too. How's everybody handling it? How are they holding up?
Everybody here is fine. You know, just a little shaken up because, you know, chaos happens. It's kind of, you really don't see this kind of stuff every day. So
And are there cars blocked in and around your business too, or are you guys far enough removed to where people can get in and out of your business?
No, for us, people are getting in and out pretty easily for any of our customers.
All right, TJ talking to us from the Jiffy Lube. TJ, we thank you for that firsthand account. TJ just told me that he saw a guy in the median, what looked to be firing a gun, perhaps a handgun at passing traffic. Wow, this situation on Chandler Boulevard developing right now. Chandler police telling us this is an ongoing situation. Perhaps this suspect took off and is in the area of a bakery. 54th Street and Galveston is what we're told. The Super 8 motel was originally that spot where, TJ, you heard him say that fire department officials were out first because they got the call of a fire. All right, we have Rob Kirby, who works in that area, joining us now over the phone. Rob, what did you see?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well.
I got done with a meeting, and I went to go stretch my legs and stand out in the sun, and all of a sudden I heard something that sounded like a gunshot, and I was like, well, there's all kinds of, like, places around that fix cars, and I thought it was a pneumatic tool, and then I heard several more shots, and I knew then it was a gun. So I walked out towards Chandler Boulevard, and immediately there were fire department people showing up, and lots of them. And I was looking and watching people across the street, looking at the ground when they were walking by, and they kept on looking, and I can only imagine they were looking for shell casing. And then a couple minutes later, an unmarked black police vehicle came zooming by and didn't go into the Super 8 hotel, but ended up turning somewhere to the right just after the hotel, and I think probably looking for the suspect.
So, Rob, you heard more than one shot?
Yeah, I heard, like, I think it was probably 5 total.
And this, again, seemed to match our other caller, a person shooting into traffic or shooting at someone. What did you see?
I only heard the shots, and then I was curious, so I kind of walked out towards Chandler Boulevard, and then as soon as I kind of hit there, the fire department was already showing up, and there were several trucks coming in.
All right, Rob Kirby, who works in Chandler, thank you so much for calling in and letting us know what you heard. Rob said he did not see the person, as our previous caller, TJ, saw someone in the median, perhaps shooting at passing traffic. And again, then Rob confirmed he heard more than one shot, perhaps 5 or 6, several shots in that area. Again, we're up above with Air 15, that Super 8 motel, but a lot of hotels in that area. If you're familiar, just off the I-10 and Chandler Boulevard, a lot of people stay there at the Radisson and the Motel 6, and then there's restaurants and bakeries, a bakery in question, perhaps where that suspect fled. But again, consider that. Firefighters showing up on the scene after they get the call of a fire at the motel, showing up to perhaps gunfire. The police saying it's an ongoing situation. Again, just an update, Valley Christian tweeting out that they're on a modified lockdown, so students are remaining in classrooms for this ongoing off-campus situation. If you're familiar and you have kids, you know how it is once they go on lockdown. The teacher's responsibility is to keep them in place, make sure they are safe. And we are following up with Chandler Police just to make sure. I just got some information handed to me from off camera. At this point, they say they have a perimeter right now where the suspect was last seen. No injuries reported at the hotel, at that Super 8 hotel, but they believe that the suspect is armed and might be the person responsible for that fire. So again, the first call out was a fire to Super 8, followed by those gunshots. Police believe that is one and the same suspect, a male fleeing from that area, going to nearby businesses, Chandler Boulevard and 54th Street. Again, that's the area. We just would advise anyone, avoid that area. If you check DPS, their Twitter account, they're tweeting this out, so we picked up that information. We're letting you know. If you're getting off the I-10 at Chandler Boulevard, just don't do it. Go on and take a different road. We have another person over the phone. Marcel works at the Chevron. The Chevron is on, I believe, the northwest corner of 56th Street in Chandler. Marcel, what's going on from your vantage point? All right. We cannot hear Marcel at this time, but again, there's a Chevron on the corner there. We also talked to TJ at the Jiffy Lube. Again, this is an area frequented by a lot of people at all hours of the day, just off of the I-10 on those eastbound lanes of Chandler Boulevard shut down. Our earlier camera shot from one of the ADOT cameras just off the freeway showed Chandler PD directing traffic there. But sadly, once they got to that roadblock of that perimeter, they just had to turn people around. And so if you are unfortunate enough to get caught up in that, there's nowhere to go. Southbound on 56th Street, I also saw there was pretty locked up as you approach the intersection there of 56 and Chandler. Again, for this police situation, here is a shot right now of our ADOT camera. It looks like they have it blocked off completely. So the good news is you will know long before you get to any intersection close to that off the I-10 and Chandler Boulevard that they just have the thing shut down. Okay, we have Marcel now from the Chevron location there at the corner of 56th Street and Chandler Boulevard. Marcel, how are you doing and what did you see?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing well. What did you hear? What did you see there, Marcel?
All right, so apparently, like, at around, 11:45, we saw, 6 cops just beat past on Chandler Boulevard. We saw the ambulance go by, and the helicopters started showing up, and I guess there was arson and a shootout, I guess.
And so you saw the initial response. Did you hear any of the gunfire? A couple of the gentlemen who already called in who work relatively near to you, they said they heard some gunshots. Did you hear any?
No, I didn't hear any, but I just saw it just go down, emergencies just go down.
What were your thoughts when you saw that?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty intense. And so from there, what did you all do? Was it locked down at all at the gas station? Were customers able to get in and out, or did they kind of block it off?
It just got instantly packed here. Everybody was just looking up in the sky, watching the helicopters, just looking down the street. The street's still packed a little bit.
Yeah, how is it where you are right now?
Looks like they blocked off our street now, actually.
I was just going to ask that. 56th Street blocked off right now, or are people able to get through?
Yeah, it's blocked off.
Okay, so they're kind of directing them around the gas station. Are people able to get out of the business?
Business is still actually really good right now.
Marcel says stop by the Chevron for all your snacks while this police situation is kind of handled there. Chandler Boulevard, 56th Street. Marcel, thanks for talking to us there. Marcel said he saw that reaction, the response of all the police cars going to that location. Again, the very interesting factor here is that the firefighters, they showed up to that Super 8 motel to respond to a fire there. Police telling us in the last couple of minutes they believe that this person who is armed and dangerous right now started that fire. We spoke with TJ, who works nearby. He said he heard or saw, in fact, the shot and smoke leaving the person's hand. They said this person, this guy, out in the middle of the median. And then another gentleman called us and said he just heard 5 or 6 gunshots there. Again, TJ saying that he saw it perhaps firing into traffic at random. We're going to gather more information here at ABC 15. Our entire team working right now. The digital team updating the ABC 15 app. Also, our Facebook and Twitter are active right now. Grab your phone, grab your device. This is an active situation, and we are going to get information and pass it along to you.